Hey, howdy everyone, Lost here, back in action for more prison attraction. That's right, this has been quite a doozy to find out that Lord Von Zeeks is in prison. As we just learned, a terrible thing has happened. And what a terrible night to have a curse. The 1st of November, local prison, cell 1. There he is. Lord Van Zeeks behind bars. So it's true. He really was arrested. Sitting with his back on the wall? Reading something? I don't think he noticed us. Lord Van Zeeks? Fancy meeting you here. The last place on Earth I'd like to be. The last person on Earth I'd like to see. I couldn't very well not come. We heard what happened. That Inspector Grayson was... Go home. This has nothing to do with you. But... Forgive me, Lord Van Zeeks, but I must disagree. Inspector Grayson was very helpful to us on a number of occasions. We're indebted to him. At the very least, we owe it to him to find out the truth about his death. You must help us with our investigation, please! There's really nothing I could tell you. What were you just reading at the back of your cell there? Was it something related to the case? This? The yard isn't quite so cavalier with its information as to share case details with a suspect. This is a letter from an old acquaintance. Oh, who might that be? Someone you know, as it happens. Albert Harebrain. Of course, yes. I'm forgetting they went to the same university. And I would like to read my correspondence in peace. So let's get this over with, shall we? What is it you want to know? Strange. I mean, let's face it, Lord Van Zeeks never minces his words. But they seem to have less bite than usual somehow. Well... You know... I think you know this is worn by the people in my country to show the other defense lawyers, don't you? I think you know that I believed you to be merely playing at lawyercraft initially. But it would seem your all-man may actually imply some dormant talent after all. Lord Van Zeeks? Do you mean? Let's hope you wake up soon. Yes, I was clearly daydreaming. I almost thought I got a compliment there. Oh my god. This is wild. Can you at least tell us, your side of the story, Lord Van Zeeks? What happened? How much do you already know? We know that the inspector was shot dead in a small, rented room on Fresno Street. And that they were found there by the police when they arrived on the scene, and immediately arrested. We were told that there was nobody else in the room, and that some witness heard the gunshot. Then you're well informed. And there's really nothing I could add. The truth is, I don't know what happened myself. But the gunshot! Obviously you didn't fire the gun! Did you? I'm not in the habit of shooting the people I work alongside. I also heard the noise. However, Before I had a chance to investigate, I was apprehended by the arriving officers. So he doesn't actually know what happened? If I might ask, what were you doing in that place to begin with? I don't need to answer that. Oh. After all, you're not representing me. It's gonna need a lawyer, though. Then your defense, bud? Who's going to be representing you in court, Lord Van Zeeks? Anyone other than you, I should imagine. Would I be right in assuming that you have no representation as yet? Defense lawyers shy away from any trial involving the Reaper, as I'm sure you know. But this is different. In my career, of all the defendants I've prosecuted, only 19 have ever been acquitted. Of them, 16 subsequently died in mysterious circumstances. Questions will be asked now. Surely not. I assure you, no defense lawyer will want to touch me with the end of a bog hole. But you didn't actually have anything to do with those people's deaths, did you? It's been 10 years now that I've been known as the Reaper of the Bailey. Believe me, nobody wants to know the true identity of this killer more than I. However, it seems things may come to a head before I have a chance to uncover the truth about that. What does he mean by that? Well, what about your letter, dude? You had some good news, right? After the trial, Professor Hairbrain was supposed to go straight back to Germany, I thought. It's a letter to inform me of a safe arrival at home. I arranged his passage by sea and rail. It's a relief, I must say. He should now be beyond the reaches of the Reaper. Because the Reaper doesn't follow people abroad. You mean? Yes. So it seems. Your stooped little Nipponese friend, for example. You told me he was keeping well in Japan when I inquired the other day. Yes, that's right. He's an author now, happily working in Tokyo. So Professor Hairbrain is safely back in Germany now. He is. So, it appears our conversation has run dry. There was a 2-second silence. That's all. Well, in any event, if you'll excuse me now, I wouldn't like to detain you. I was wondering, Lord Van Zeeks, if you'd like, I'd be happy to advocate for you. You trust me, do you? Yes? I've heard you speak many times in court. I've seen how you treat people. So I'm quite sure that you would never have taken another's life. It's just, my feeling can't be used as evidence in a court of law, sadly. It's a very gracious offer. However, I trust no one. What? Not the police, not the judiciary, and not you Nipponese. But please! I have no intention of engaging your services. The chasm between us is just too wide and too deep, it seems. I'd appreciate it if you don't visit again. Neither of us will waste any more time. Perhaps we need to dig a little deeper and find out more about Lord Van Zeeks and what happened to Inspector Grayson. Yeah, I'm thinking that he doesn't want to actually ruin our reputation. He's just kind of a big softie about it. But we are here to see a beloved character's death. The 1st of November, room on Fresno Street. This really is an out-of-the-way part of London. How many people find their way down this back street? This dust-ridden, rented old room is where it happened then. So this is where poor Inspector Grayson lost his life. Yes, and the police are already hard at work investigating, it seems. I don't see Mr. Slomes anywhere, though. Perhaps his investigations have taken him elsewhere. Oi! What do you think are you doing there? Every one of them drawers has got to be taken right out so you can look underneath and all. I want the space above the ceiling checked. And don't forget to look inside the chimney stack, too. Blimey, ain't you got... Look, I never gone out of a house looking for a dough when the owner's out on town? Gina's obviously got some unique investigative techniques she wants everyone to adopt. Oh, so you turned up at last. Mind you, I ain't been here long myself. Hello again, Gina. Slums has only just left. Lucky you missed that. He went prancing around here and pointing stuff and flicking that out of his eye and then just scampered. Oh, he's finished investigating already, you mean? Yeah, he didn't stop to say nothing to no one, not even me. Gina, would you mind if we investigate too? Listen, Udo. You're a lawyer, right? Yes? Why? Well, you're not thinking of trying to help that Reaper bloke, are you? Oh! Poor Gina. She's never going to forget, is she? The child will haunt her forever. Gina, if you don't mind me saying, if Lord Van Zeeks really is responsible for his crime, he will be duly and fairly judged in court. Suppose you're right. Yeah. Don't want to stop him, Udo. Get investigating. Want to know the truth about what really happened here. Thank you, Gina. Alright, so let's examine. We can't get that? Oh, it's a photograph stand. I suppose it must be a picture of one of Inspector Grayson's family members? Ah! What's the matter? Your eyes look like they're about to pop out of your head. They are! Look! Mr. Naruto! Quickly! Oh? Why do I feel like this woman is familiar somehow? Of course she's familiar! We met her only this morning! Ah! It's Miss Vigo! This makes no sense. Why would there be a picture of Miss Vigo in here? To be frank, I don't think I've ever been more stooped. I'm sorry to say, I have no idea either. Well, that's odd. I got a feeling that our guy, Mr. Beagle, is onto something here. An empty fireplace makes a room feel even colder than it would be otherwise, doesn't it? It's thick with dust. Look. I think it would be fair to say it hasn't been used in a very long time. In other words, whoever lived in this room must have been extremely hardy in cold weather. When nobody lived here at all, and merely visited when the occasion arose. I wouldn't like to say which is more likely. No, that's right. It's one or the other. Okay. This looks like some sort of notice board or something. It's absolutely covered in scraps of paper. Ah! Mr. Naruto, look! This, you mean, it's an autopsy report, isn't it? And these are case notes here, and details of prison inmates. Yes, in fact, there are all sorts of documents that only a detective could normally acquire. What on earth went on in this room? What on earth went on in this room? Some old newspaper cuttings. Ah, and this one here. Oh yes, the advertisement, you mean. It's the red-headed leak. But why? What's that doing here? Whoever occupied this room was clearly interested in it for some reason. Okay. This whole entire thing is becoming a lot more confusing than it is anything else. Excuse me? Well, Inspector. Oh, sir. Poor man. Can't possibly be able to focus on investigating when he's so upset. Okay. Oh, what's this? It would appear to be a little model policeman. It's rather charming, isn't it? In a way. Seeing as it's on the floor here, do you think it belonged to Inspector Grayson? It's a little hard to imagine Lord Van Zeeks playing with something like this. Only about 18 centimeters tall. Could have fallen out of someone's pocket, I suppose. I think we should record it as evidence, just in case. Yes, I agree. It is rather delightful after all, in a way. Okay. Excuse me. You're looking down on us from the great beyond, Inspector. Don't worry. We'll look after everything's at the yard. I've interrupted some deep thoughts there. Somebody's very haphazardly nailed those boards over the broken glass, haven't they? You don't really call it a window anymore. Well, if you remember the window in Mr. Natsume's room, that was totally blocked up with bricks. This one does at least still lit in some... You could say nothing more about it. I'm starting to feel even more sorry for Mr. Natsume now. The top of one of the candles in this candle holder has been completely blown off. Yes, there's a wax splatter on the wall behind. Look. I suppose if a bullet had hit it. It does seem likely that the bullet hit the candle, having first passed through the inspector's body. Ugh. And the wax on the wall looks like blood to me. Okay, so far it is a lot. Anything else around here? Ever since we came in here, I can't take my eyes off this thing. Oh, funnily enough, neither can I. It's a hairpiece? isn't it? It is! It is! A bright red hairpiece! And I suppose the fact that it's right there next to where the body was found means we have to accept that Inspector Grayson wore wigs. Does it? And such a flame-colored red, too. Yes, that's a color we come across very recently elsewhere, isn't it? Exactly! This is a vital clue. I'm sure of it. Okay. This is presumably the murder weapon, then. Oh my! Is it really real, I suppose? I think so. Guns are so rare in Japan. I really know very little about them. There's one way to know for sure, Mr. Naruto. Fire a shot. No. If I did that, I'd be looking for a skilled lawyer to represent me in court. It's hardly safer to just ask someone who might know, I think. How are you doing, bud? Excuse me? Sorry, sir. Can't see a thing, sir. How many tears, sir? Right. Perhaps I better leave you to your work then. So I suppose this is where the victim... That's right. The rope is laid around the body to show exactly how it was found. Or Inspector Grayson himself has already been taken away. And will probably be under Dr. C's scalpel by now, and not for what happened last week. From the shape of the rope, it would appear that the inspector was curled up in a ball. Are you feeling alright, Mr. Naruto? You look like you've just seen a ghost. I know it's just a rope, but... well, it conjures up quite a terrifying image. That's all. Especially with the blood stain next to it. Oh, I do understand. In some ways, what we picture in our minds could be even worse than reality. Sasata-san is so strong, though. She's taking this far better than I am. I mean, that's just how some people are, right? Like, that's all we got for this little area. Can we present it to her? This armband is proof, in Japan at least, that I'm a defense lawyer. And this badge is proof that I'm a detective. You're gonna have to start calling me Inspector Lestrade. In that case, you'll have to start calling me, well, anything but Uno. I could call you Defender Naruto, if you like, but I don't really trip off the tongue. No, it doesn't have a great ring to it, does it? Okay, then. Let's start conversing. Yeah, let's talk about Grayson. Gina, what was Inspector Grayson doing here in the first place? That's what I want to know. Guess what? Half a year since I got out of the clink, that's when I decided to give up me diving and become a detective instead. Oh yes, Mr. Sloane's twisted the inspector's arm to agree to take you on as an apprentice, didn't he? Something like that, I think. Anyway, the point is, I didn't really know much about the boss till then. It turns out, he's a bit of a legend at the yard. Goodness, really? They say he managed to solve some really tricky case. Just like that. He did? Yep, and ever since then, he started going out on all sorts of investigations, but always on his own. No one else at the yard even knows what half the cases worked on, apparently. That's not how it's supposed to work, is it? So what was the legendary inspector doing in a dingy little room like this? I know I had a lot of respect for the Reaper and all, and look where they landed in. Respect for the Reaper? In what way? I don't say as much. I take my hat off to that fellow where his words. Not how the general public feels, is it? Most people are terrified of the Reaper. Yeah, the boss said is exactly why he respected the bloke. I never realized Grayson held the Reaper in quite such high regard. He said something else to me and all. I didn't need to worry about the Reaper, because he only goes after people what are bad. It did kind of set my mind at ease when he said that. Right. Huh. So, the incident? I see that's where the poor inspector was found. Over there. Yeah, that's right. They said it was a single bullet what did him in. I read the bullet went right through and almost struck that candlestree on the wall. I guess it's flown out of one of the candles apart, apparently. And the gun is there on the floor. It's the Reaper's, isn't it? I'm not that. What? Really? How do you know that? Take it easy! I don't know what to do with myself when you stare at me with them big white eyes. Only saying what I heard. I don't know much about guns myself. But there's some bigwig landman or whatever who said so. Why don't you ask him? A bigwig lawman? Is it? Anyway, Fresno Street runs along under the window there. There were some street sellers just outside of the gun shop. Oh, but I don't recall seeing anybody outside. Yeah, they've all been taken down the yard for questioning, that's why. We're talking about the yard's legendary inspector here, after all. They'll be getting a grilling. Do you think we might be able to speak with those street sellers as well? I doubt it. The lads at the yard will just want to know what you're snooping for. You'd be up for grilling and all. We can't interview the witnesses then. Shame. And the crime scene? How is the crime scene? What is this place then? Does anyone live here? Apparently it's been written by some cove called Hugh Bone. Hugh Bone. It's a sort of here today, gone tomorrow name. That, isn't it? Yeah, it's what we call an unidentified person. We haven't been able to get in touch with him. I see. Well, judging from appearances, I'd have to say this place hasn't been lived in for a long time, if ever. Right? All the lads from the yard are piled down to get stuck in the investigation. But there's so little here, no one knew what to do with themselves. I do wonder. Yes, Mrs. Sato? Well, could it be that this huge bone is in fact Inspector Grayson himself? What? How could that be? Well, if he was investigating on his own, it's quite possible that this was in fact some kind of secret office of his. I never even considered that. Nice work, Snooze. We've actually followed a line of inquiry like that ourselves. You are? If you look around the room, you'll see. There's a few things that hint at it. Should really investigate this place in detail. Okay. So, I guess we present something? My Mr. Beagle. Let's ask about this. No? No, doesn't look like that's gonna be the case. Look at all the seditious stuff. Oh no, poor little Gina, no! I don't want to feel her being bad about herself. That sucks. I don't think she would know anything else, though. So we visit somewhere else first. Or Chief Justice's office. Sure, why not? I'm sure something's going on here, right? The 1st of November, British Supreme Court. Lord Chief Justice's office. You made good time! I took express train back to London. Dear Lord Strongheart, can you? Yes, it sounds as though he's talking to someone. Oh! Is everything in place? I had a private compartment on the train so I could check all the paperwork. It's... Kazuma-sama? Ah, your timing is impeccable. It is? No doubt you have heard the sickening news about the Reaper's latest devilry. Yes. I'm sure you don't believe it, of course, though, Lord Strongheart. That Lord Van Zieks could have done such a thing to Inspector Grayson. I believe only in the facts. And the facts in this case point to one thing. The unavoidable accusation of Lord Van Zieks for this crime. We must bring charges against the Reaper for taking the life of our legendary detective. Oh no, surely not. It's a truly regrettable situation. Tomorrow the Forensic Science Symposium finally begins. At the very least, though, we could show the world our justice system's swift and equitable process. So does that mean the trial is tomorrow? Precisely. In fact, this is a fine opportunity for introductions. Kazuma? Ah, but of course. You're already acquainted, aren't you? Mr. Hasugi here will be presented at tomorrow's proceedings. Leading the prosecution. Wait, what? Kazuma? As I'm sure you're aware, he's a very capable practitioner of law. Kazuma-sama? A prosecutor? Huh. I was half expecting it, but look at him. Why does he look so angry? Why does he look so angry, brah? Well, next time, we'll be figuring out exactly what Kazuma-sama is up to. Because clearly it doesn't look like he's in the mood to talk to us. Or really himself. nowadays. Till then, thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe if you can. Sayonara. Bye-bye.